What's up guys, Gary87 here, and in this video I'm going to just be doing a tour of my garages in Grand Theft Auto Online. So let's get started in my first garage. So here over to my left we have the Akuma, which is obviously the Dinker Akuma, sorry, a motorcycle. It's really quick, good handling and good braking, so I use this for bike races. And then we have over here, again another Dinker, this is the Jester race car. Again, this is the best in class for sports. I find it the best anyway, top speed, acceleration, and it's also got really good handling. Quickly, just to note before, you'll notice all of my vehicles are green, the lime green, and 90% of them will have the pink as the secondary colour. It's just the colours I go for everything. But yeah, second then we have the Bugatti Zentorno. Again, I find one of the best supercars. Then we'll go up here and we have Benefactor Dubster 6x6. Again, I got this when it came out with the update, just because I could. I also like the look of it, it's pretty good off-road. However, I went for the black on this one, just because it looks a bit better in black, I think, with the green as a secondary. And then over here, we have the Insurgent, which is hardcore. It takes a lot to destroy it. And I decided to go for green with the chrome on it, just to be a bit over the top with it, with off-road wheels. Then next to it, we have the Guardian, which is another vehicle that came out with the Heist DLC. I've gone for the chromies, side steps, and then the dark pipes. And then we've got the Huntley S. So this is really good SUV, probably the best SUV in the game. It's got chrome as my secondary, and then a green with a pink as my secondary pearlescent, and green wheels. Then over here we have the armoured Kuruma. Again, I've gone for a chrome green on this one. You can see the hint of green. When it's out in the light, you notice the green a lot more. I've got chrome wheels on this one as well. Really good car, heavily armoured, so it helps you. It's not very good for racing, but again, not all the vehicles need to be. And then for muscle car, I've got my Vapid Dominator. Again, this is a really good car for racing and muscle cars. I've gone for obviously my lime green with the neon pink as my secondary colour. And then finally in this garage I have my Innovation, sorry, which is a chopper. I like the look of this bike and the styling of it. I got it again when it first came out. It's not the best for races, but it's also not too bad either, depending on the track. But yeah, we'll go to my second garage and I'll see you in a second. Right guys, so here we are at my second garage. So let's get straight to it and show you what vehicles I have in here. So to start with, we have my Sanchez. For any of you that don't know, that's an off-road as well as a motorcycle vehicle, and this is absolutely awesome in the off-road class. Obviously being a motorbike, it's faster than any of the other off-road vehicles. The only downside is you can get knocked off really easily, and obviously if you do hit something you come off of it, and it's not any good through waterways, but speed and acceleration are really good, as is the traction and the braking. Next up we have my Bifter. Again, this is another off-road vehicle. This is really good off-road. You can't get knocked off it, obviously, being the fact that it's a four-wheel vehicle. Its acceleration and top speed's good, as is its traction, and the braking is not too bad for an off-road vehicle. I'd say this is one of the fastest, if not the fastest, four-wheeled vehicle off-road. The only way it struggles is if you have rocks and deep water that you have to go through. Next up, we have my Felon. This is a coupe, really good car in the coupe class, good acceleration and top speed. Again, the traction and the braking is still good for the class. And as this one doesn't have a secondary colour, I've done my wheels in pink. And next up, we have my sedan, which is the Shafter. Again, this is one of the best in the class, if not the best, for acceleration and top speed. Good traction again, and its braking is good. I use this again for racing. It's lowered right down, as you can see with the wheels at the back there. But yeah, so that's my Shafter. Next up here, you dwarf to see, is my Saddler. Now this here is a utility vehicle. So this is in a class with things such as the Tractor, the Golf Caddy, the Faggio, and other really slow vehicles. So this again is by far the fastest utility vehicle there is. It's got good top speed, acceleration, traction, and braking for the class. So yeah, this also comes in lots of different variants, with some with different stuff on the back, but this is just the one I picked up. And next up over here we have my Sand King XL. I've gone for the XL. They do come in the standard Sand King, which is just a two-door version. but I wanted the XL just because it's slightly bigger. I just like the look of it. Again, I've got no gas tanks on the side or extended bumpers, so it has increased ground clearance. This is really good at off-road, especially if you've got to do rock crawling or going through deep water. Its top speed acceleration is not too bad. Traction is pretty good. It does suffer with the braking, but it's something again that you get used to. So next up here we have the BF injection. It's another off-road vehicle. You see it's got a skid plate at the front, so it can slide over the rocks okay. Got big tyres at the back, so its traction is pretty good. It's probably slightly slower than the Bifter, but slightly better handling and traction. Really good vehicle. It's got quite good ground clearance as well for the car that it is, so it can handle some of the water pretty well. A lot better than the Bifter and the Sanchez do. And then next up we have the Elegy. Now this car was free with for all members who had social club accounts, and this was the first vehicle that I actually got. It's a pretty good sports car, to be honest. It's four-wheel drive, so it does pretty well off-road. It's got good traction, top speed and acceleration aren't, again, they're pretty good. It does drive a lot differently to other sports cars. It's something that you have to get used to. But yeah, so this is all I have in this garage. You can see there's two empty spaces there. So next time you see me, guys, we'll be in my third garage. Right guys, here we are at my third garage, and we'll get straight into showing you what vehicles I have in here. So to start with, we have my Panto, which is a compact. Again, this is a really good car. It's got amazing acceleration and top speed. It's difficult to get used to driving because it does tend to spin out quite easily, but for the compact class, this is probably the fastest. If you can learn to drive it, you are untouchable in it. As one of the guys in our crew, Barfy86, is absolutely awesome at driving it, and he is untouchable in races once he's in it. So next up, we have my Monroe, which is a sports classic. For me, it's one of the best sports classic there is. I like it. It looks nice. Relatively easy to drive. Good top speed, good acceleration, handling is not too bad, and the braking again for a sports classic is all right for a sports classic, like I say. Next up, we have my Slam Van. Now this is a muscle car, rubbish at racing, but it looks cool. So it's mainly why I got this one, just the fact it looks good. It's nice to drive around. So yeah, and then next up we have my 18 van, which is the Gang Burrito. It's one of the only vehicles I've not got any green on. But yeah, I got this as a van, obviously. Again, it's not for the racing or anything, it's just to drive around in. The good thing is people can sit in the back of it and shoot out the back if you want to. Next up we have my Mesa, which was a Merryweather vehicle. Again, this is an off-road vehicle. It's not too bad off-road, but it doesn't keep up with the likes of the Sanchez, obviously, the Bifter, or the Injection. But yeah, its acceleration top speed is not too bad. The traction is not brilliant, and as you can see, the braking is really poor. But yeah, it looks nice. It's got a nice exterior roll cage. And then we'll get to the next vehicle, which we have my Turismo R. Now this here is a really good supercar. It's not quite as fast or got as good a top speed and acceleration as the Zentorno, but it's still pretty good traction and braking wise. It also looks really good. And another little bonus is if somebody's driving head on at you, sometimes if they hit the front of it right, they'll just drive straight off over the top and flip off, which is pretty cool. Next up we have the Penumbra. Again, this is a sports class. It's not very good at racing compared to the likes of the race cars. However, it looks pretty good, customizable. It's got a lot of different modifications. It's not too shabby on the speed and acceleration, but again, it just does not keep up with any of the, the Massacro or any of that race cars. Next up, we have another compact, which is my Ballista. I had this before I got the Panto. Again, depending on the track, this is pretty good. It's pretty quick, but again, nothing like I say will keep up with the Panto. But this is a pretty good second vehicle, depending on the track, like I say. And finally, we have the Sentinel XS. Now, you'll notice this is the only one that's not pink or green. Now, last night when I was on, I actually found this exactly as it is. So it had the metallic black with a pearlescent yellow roof, secondary and around the skirts. Nice yellow, completely blacked out windows, limo black. Spoiler, I presume it's been lowered. It's got nice alloys on it. But yeah, I picked this up and just stored it in here, and I'm going to have a look at how much it's worth later for selling. But it's one of the gang vehicles that I found down outside of one of the LS Customs. But anyway guys, I'm going to quickly bring up the map and show you where each of my garages are. So garage 1, which I showed you, is this one here, which is my main house, which is over at Del Piero. And then I've got a second garage which I showed you, which is down by the LS airport. And then the garage which I'm in now is over here at Mauritius Heights. Now this is the one, this is the LS Customs. It's at La Mesa, which is where I found the Sentinel, which I just showed you. But yeah, as you see, I've got the garages at different points on the map. I would like a 10-car garage to be up around Blaine County, or all the way up, near Chiliad, or just some, Palito Bay, just somewhere different. But unfortunately, all the 10-car garages are down in the city at the moment. Hopefully, it's something that Rockstar will be looking at bringing out soon. Maybe they could put one at Sandy Shores inside of an old barn or something like that. But until that happens, all my vehicles will be down in the city, as that is the only place where I can store all 30 vehicles when I have them. But like I say, at the moment I've got 3 or 4 spaces because I've sold some vehicles. But anyway guys, this is what vehicles I have. If you'd like to get involved, maybe you could post some pictures to my Twitter of what vehicles you own, which is your favourite vehicles in which class, maybe pictures of your garages, send me different colour vehicles you have if you use the same colour, or if you go for different colours per car. But anyway guys, if you do like it, please remember to leave a like, comment, share and subscribe. I'll be back again soon with more Grand Theft Auto Online. Bye bye!